You a fighter?
Oh, Twitch seems to be on it.
Sure, it's like a circle instead of the weird shape.
Yeah, it is a circle, not the weird shape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a square? See, birds are good for two.
Hello, everyone. Oh, I gotta actually see myself. Hello, everyone out in streaming land. Yes, we're a few minutes late this evening.
Oh, thanks, Brent. He said happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. It is Laura's birthday.
Yesterday.
That's right. We had Laura's birthday yesterday, and we had a whirlwind tour, actually, for Laura's birthday. Did we not, Laura?
Yes, the kids' houses. It was very sedate. My kind of birthday.
All right. Yeah. Everybody, also, we need to make sure that they can hear us because you know how I am.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
No, there's nobody out there, so we won't even know.
Oh.
If there's, that is a philosophical question.
That's weird. Brent was here, but now he's not. I don't know.
This is a philosophical question. If your microphone is muted and there's nobody watching the stream.
Oh, Brent says he can hear us both.
Oh, okay, well, okay.
Oh, man.
Do we actually make a noise?
Philosophical
It
crisis.
was this crisis philosophical question, but no, it's okay. I guess we'll just have to move on from there. Yes, it was Laura's birthday yesterday. Laura had a wonderful birthday, didn't you? Did you not?
I did. It was really fun. Hey, Byron.
We discovered
Thank you.
right here, actually, some wonderful truths. Last week, when the entire crew here surprised me for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what we discovered were two things about surprise birthdays. The first thing that we discovered is that Laura really hates the surprise part of birthday.
I don't know what it is. Hey, Deja.
Yeah, Laura just does not care for the surprise part of surprise birthday party. And then after further examination, we also discovered that Laura's not really keen about the party part of the surprise birthday party.
I don't like being the central part of the party for some reason.
She doesn't like being the focus of the party.
I'd just rather be at a party. Isn't that funny? This life.
So surprise party is just, it's no bueno. It's like, it's everything she doesn't like.
Just a double entendre of misery.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
What was fantastic is the crew was so kind to me this week because they were out in Mythos playing a game, and I walked in and there was this lovely plate of macarons and flowers, and they all walked in and handed me roses as they came in for my birthday.
There was no big
wonderful.
Surprise. It was just kind of an easy rollout.
It was fantastic.
That was the plan.
It was a good plan. It was an excellent plan, and it worked perfectly. Wished I had used it myself.
Put it in your pocket. Use it next year.
I was just going to say.
That was great. That was great.
Actually, we did.
That's right, THR 33D. You're right.
Oh, Why are they right?
They
What's
like
he
hanging
right
out in the
about?
back of out of the way of the party too. That's
You guys have a party, you know.
Yeah.
It's my birthday. You all go ahead and have a party. I'll just hang back here. Okay. Yeah, we rather than have a party, right? Because it was a big birthday for Laura, and you'd normally have a nice big party, but rather than have a party and everybody come and focus on Laura,
Yeah.
what did we do?
We drove around to each of the kids' houses, and I visited with my children, a few minutes in each place, and that was really fun. And then went out to dinner with my youngest and my husband.
That's right. We did. So
Yeah,
we
that
took
was
the party
easy.
to them, like in little doses,
I could handle that. That was great.
and that was great. It didn't mean we had to like drive all over the metropolitan area to make that
Well,
work.
all over Utah Valley, and then up to Ogden. It was
wow.
quite a lot of driving, but
Well, our youngest son's doing cybersecurity up at Hill Air Force Base, so you can all feel more secure. Please, you have our permission to do that. Yeah.
oh, 3D. Okay. I
Laura's
should
having her own
have seen
conversation
that.
over here.
Well, no, it's spelled THR33D. And I should have realized it's just like a visual way of spelling 3D. I get it now. Okay.
I'm glad, because
I didn't.
I was going elsewhere with that.
And by virtue of that, we were all initiated.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Speak nerd.
Yep, we're all on board with this now. Anyway, so and yes, so for our last activity, we went to the Texas Roadhouse because Laura likes her a good steak.
True
It's quite
story.
true. That's
And
true.
if it moves,
That's-
I'm happy.
Yeah, and if it moves, yeah, and this is actually some point of disagreement between us because we will usually share a meal, as is like a lot of food, and we'll usually share a meal. The question is how to cook the steak,
Do you have different opinions?
and I am
Thank
of
you,
the
Philip
opinion
Ward.
that medium rare is a fine way to cook a steak. Laura wants hers to keep moving. it should, yeah, it's.
Yeah, I had a brother-in-law who went to France on his LDS mission, and he learned how to eat beef properly there and passed that knowledge on to me when I was quite young. So,
Yeah, so just warm it up a little bit, so that you get kind of the chill off of the fridge, and she's good to go.
see, even Brent thinks rare is best.
See,
So-
Okay.
yeah, there you
My
go.
grandfather would completely agree with you. In fact, his common turn of phrase when he was ordering was take the steak and pass it through a warm room.
Yes, yeah, that's about right. Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Okay, I'm a little more than that.
Yeah.
I want it at least charred on the outside.
So, but we did, and of course, because we were at the Texas Roadhouse, we had to be very careful to instruct our service provider there that while we would very much appreciate sharing the ice cream and some topping, that there would be no sitting on the saddle and hooting and hollering.
Yes.
Yeah, in the restaurant. So we were perfectly willing to hoot and holler for everybody else's birthday. But no, there is no picture. Okay, just. Yeah. So we did. Laura had a wonderful birthday and is having a great birthday this evening.
I am.
A surpriseless
Birthday part 2.
birthday part 2. So
It was really fantastic. Perfect, really.
we're in the middle of the holidays. One of our favorite holiday movies is a traditional movie at our home. Is Christmas Vacation. We watch it every Thanksgiving right after the turkey's done, okay, to just get us into a more realistic mood for the holiday. And
Bye, Deja. Oh, no, it's not Deja that's leaving. It's Underleveled. Underleveled has
sorry
to go
see you
Christmas shopping.
Oh, okay.
We understand.
We understand that. Boy, do we understand that. We've and one of our favorite lines. We quote lines from movies. It's part of our subtext in our families. quote lines from the family favorite movies
That's
for
right.
everything. Yeah. So one of our lines from that particular film is, "What can I tell you, Audrey? It's the holidays. Everyone's miserable." Yeah.
Yeah.
So this particular week, actually coming and playing this evening is, and streaming and playing this evening, is a break for me. Because one, we're doing, of course, we had the really successful Kickstarter, and so we're in the middle of designing, a new world, and making sure that,
We are.
the religion works in the world, and the different political groups and sociological.
Yeah. There's a whole lot.
There's a whole
about.
lot of designing going on right now there, and we're actually kind of excited because, in a way, because we've been working in World Animal, and that's been hugely helpful for us to get our world organized.
Such a wonderful set of tools.
Yeah, great set of tools.
Yeah.
And so that's been extremely helpful. But at the same time, I am also working at the Void to help bring the most awesome virtual reality in the world back to the masses. And that's got things occupied. And then we had things all week going on this week.
Of course we did.
Of course we did. We have a party. No, we have two parties on Saturday.
That's true.
Yes. The first is our church ward's Christmas party, which back when life was simpler and I thought I had more time.
Insane.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I volunteered for the activity for our Christmas party.
He came home and told me, "Oh, honey, I volunteered us to be in charge of the church party, Christmas party." I'm like, "What?"
If there was ever a minefield, no.
We hadn't discussed this at all, but nonetheless.
Nonetheless, Laura and I had designed a thing called Partyflix many, many years ago. And in fact, the very first science fiction movie ever made in space was made using our system from our script. Yeah.
Richard Garriott.
Yeah, Richard
produced
Garriott,
it out
Lord
there
British.
in space. We so appreciate him doing that.
I called him up one day, just thinking, I haven't talked to Richard for a long time. Called him up one day and I said, "Richard, he said, "Well, Tracy, how are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm doing great." He said, "What are you up to?" I said, "Well, I was been thinking about some, like doing a new book or something." And I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Oh, I'm going to space." What do you say?
Richard's father was an astronaut. He was on the International Space Station.
Oh, not the International Space Station.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, he was on Skylab. He flew back in the 70s on
That's
Skylab.
right. It was before
in an
that
Apollo.
time. Okay.
I know this stuff.
Well, I only go back so far.
Okay. So, so he said, you showed me that movie thing. I was thinking it'd be really cool to make a science fiction movie while I was on the space station, while I was on the ISS. And I said, okay. So we wrote a script for him, and he took it up. He actually took it in the form of PowerPoint presentation files that had like all the script lines in like cue cards, right? And they actually talked the two American astronauts and one of the Russian cosmonauts into performing in his movie.
In their spare time, which isn't a lot.
There's not a lot
Very
of spare time,
small
but
amount.
yeah. So we made this movie. It's the first science fiction movie actually made in space. Tom Cruise, sorry. We've already been there, done that.
Late to the party, my man.
Yeah, late to the party. And then we did another one.
And it's at the Smithsonian.
It is. It's actually at the Smithsonian. You can watch it online, and I'm not going to tell you it's a great motion picture.
It's
okay,
not.
It's not. But it is a motion picture, so it does count, right? Yeah, exactly. You know, the Great Train Robbery is technically like a motion picture too, but it's not like we're all rushing out to see it. So, and so he had so much fun with that last year, or was it earlier this year? Earlier this year, I think it was. He
Oh, that's right.
dove down to the deepest part of the ocean in the Marianas Trench, and he said, "Could we do a movie about that?" Sure, why not? So he took the PowerPoint on his phone, you know, and he said, "Read this." Yeah,
He did. Bless his heart. He is such a great adventurer.
yes,
He's
and
really
I think particularly
inspiring.
adventurous to like make these movies that we keep pushing out.
And cheesy movies, bless him.
So I said, to our church group, like, you know, we could make a movie for our Christmas party. So that's what I've also been doing this week, making cue cards and scripts and call sheets, you know, for members of our congregation. It's a little funny. Yeah. And
Brent wants to know if you're going to run killer breakfast for the one party.
I think we might if the movie thing doesn't
work out. Yeah, we're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I was thinking about that. If for some reason we have like technological explosion that afternoon and we can't actually make the film, we
Yes.
just give everybody scripts and we'll do a cold read.
Okay.
Yeah,
That works.
okay,
That
that's
works.
fine. So, yeah, contingencies. So, but the thing is, we worked up the script. We got the cue cards all ready to go. We got everything all set to go. We've got it all cast. We've got church congregation members coming to do this on Saturday afternoon. I'm going to just knock myself out all day Saturday to get all this in the can, throw it together in the edit, make this movie so they can show it that night at the party, and I can't even go.
Well, we have to leave before they show.
We have to leave before they show it to go to another party.
I only see these people once a year, and it just happened to be on the same night, and I'm like, must go.
It's always fun to reminisce with people that you only see once a year.
Hey, but I love them to pieces.
Yes,
What can I say?
they're wonderful people.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of week we've had.
And you're only halfway through.
Is
And
it
we're
only
halfway
Wednesday?
through.
Oh my
It
goodness.
is. It's only Wednesday.
Okay. We're
Yeah.
getting it done.
We're getting it done.
We're getting it done.
Getting it off. Taking care of our
And in
list.
fact, we should. We have bored people long
Speaking of
enough.
getting it done, there's two things we have to do. First of all, we need to talk about the schedule,
Oh, yes.
right? Mm-hmm. Because
Where's your phone?
where's my phone?
You want a calendar?
I need a calendar. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's bad when okay.
Okay.
So what we need to know is we need to decide when we're playing. We're going to play tonight, and we're going to play next week on the 15th, assuming that there's somebody left at the end of this evening's game. And then I think we should probably take 2 weeks off. The 22nd is in the throes of Christmas.
I'll be wrapping something that night. I'm sorry. I already know.
So will we. Don't feel bad.
Okay.
Probably me.
Trying to bake
And
cookies
duct
with
tape.
one hand and wrap something with the other. It's the way it works.
That's right. And then the 29th, look, I'm sorry, but this month has been just so packed with work and stuff to do, and I received some of the best games to play, and I haven't had time.
No, you haven't.
I haven't had time. I
haven't
not
either,
only do I not
'cause
have time to play them, I haven't had time to punch some of them out, and you have no idea how that
That's true.
siren calls to me. There's this box of unpunched game components just waiting.
That's harsh. That's harsh, man.
So we're going to take the 22nd and the 20th.
Hey, Deja's birthday's the 15th, so we'll be here for that, Deja.
Yes, we will. We'll have another birthday. So far, we've had 2 birthdays in 2 weeks.
It's amazing how many people are in December.
I know.
Okay.
So we're going to take the 22nd, the 29th off, but we're going to come back January 5th because, let's face it, after New Year's, what else is there to do?
Nothing.
None.
Okay, so, yep.
Nothing.
Okay, so we will not see you on the 22nd. We will not see you on the
Oh,
29th.
no, that's not, we're not going to play a game on the 22nd.
Oh, that's true. We may pop in and say
We
hi.
may pop in and say hi on the 22nd just because we miss you. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be from home, though.
From- yeah,
Maybe we'll
from the
watch Laura
office.
wrap something.
Oh, goodness.
That'll be really great.
Oh, yeah, that'll be
Grab
entertaining.
something and you punch out and send it to me.
That's right.
There you go.
That's
You
right.
can play the movie.
Or we could play the movie.
Yeah.
We could.
In
We
the
could play the
background.
movie for
Share with
everybody.
all of us.
You know, we could even like put little robot heads down in the corner, and we could like make comments about the
There you go.
performances.
Excellent.
Okay, maybe
That's
that's not
somebody
gonna work.
else's
Yeah.
gig.
That's right. What we need is, that's what we need. We need Mystery Science Theater for Mystery Science Theater. We have like this redundant, like, we'll
That would
comment
be-
on what the robots are saying, and that would be just like way meta. Okay, there you go.
That's too meta.
Yeah.
That's way too meta.
Too meta. Okay.
Everything's meta now, apparently, because Facebook has
Never met a
trademarked
meta.
Meta. Never met a meta you didn't like. Oh, good. So,
Okay,
So, second
fortune
thing we have to
cookies.
do is fortune cookies.
Fortune cookies of fate, and then we can get started. It's just taking too long tonight.
It's not gonna.
You're
The
so
game's gonna be
chatty.
that short. I mean,
We're all gonna die that quickly, is what he's saying.
Oh.
Such
Okay,
pessimists.
and the wisdom that the players will follow. Oh no.
Right, all of you guys are gonna die that quickly.
the players have no fortune.
Uh-oh.
This is so prophetic.
Oh wait, I gotta look and make sure it's not folded up in here. Oh, you guys, it is empty, 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 empty. Okay.
You have no faith,
No,
destiny.
I tell you what, you get to write your own tonight.
All right.
Oh,
That's
that's
what that
very
means.
generous. Is that what that means?
That's what that means.
The omen speech.
Well, being the kind of a game master
Okay.
that I am, I want everybody to write their own fortunes right now. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, write yourself a fortune.
Write yourself a fortune.
Okay, and for the GM, the answer is our deeds determine us as much as we determine our deeds. Ooh,
One that was empty and one that was deep. That's cool.
yeah. That's an Eastie
I
law.
think they should have
That's-
that because that's more of a player's.
You think that's a player's
That's
fortune?
not player's.
Except they're writing them down already.
Oh,
I
okay,
want to
never
hear what
mind
they
that,
wrote.
yeah.
Okay.
That's it. That's my fortune.
Somewhere in the.
Pillow horses, just make sure it's crunchy. Okay.
Oh,
here.
okay.
Put a harder on.
Yeah, very crunchy. Very crunchy.
That's my fortune.
Okay.
Okay, it's now it is time. What time is it, Laura?
It's game time!
It's time to start the game for as long
Please.
as that may
That
last.
means I'm going to say bye, and I'm going to turn the camera on.
Wait.
Oh,
I'm gonna. Okay, honey, you go ahead and you turn the camera on.
okay, so I won't make everybody sick to their stomach.
That's right. And please make sure that the lens cap is off as well.
Yeah. Let's go.
Lens cap. Yeah, me, it's mute. Laura, lens cap. Okay. All right.
Come on. I'm having trouble. There. How are we doing?
Well, there's a lot of sealing going on here.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
That's
okay,
fantastic.
there you go. That's a peach, huh?
That's my fortune.
Okay.
You like it? All right.
Okay, I think maybe we've got everybody squared away here for the game. Yes? Wait a minute, you're actually covering both pretty nicely, so I'm gonna turn them all over this way. There we go. There's a revolt going on outside, but somebody's game's going really quite well.
Some stalking stuffer rush from table to table. Some activity they've got planned.
Oh, an activity.
That sounds fun.
He kind
Seems
of
more enjoyable than the game.
I
That's,
disagree.
Oh, okay.
I want to see what happens.
We haven't gotten
Will they
started.
live? Will they die?
That's
will
true,
they
yeah,
get
that's right.
maimed? Will they get rich? Will they be elevated? What will happen to us?
that's true. I guess it is time to start. So we're going to actually.
Yeah, they say the other game sounds intense. It does.
Okay, it's time to begin. Yes, that's it. I mean, there's the whole introduction thing. It was really
Oh,
quite
okay. That's what
dramatic.
we're waiting for. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I always
You
forget.
thought I just spaced out.
I
but the
always
old guy
forget.
had just
I
gone
was
away
just
for a
trying to
while,
decide
right?
how you wanted to play this.
I always
Uh-huh.
forget that
Well,
you do
were
that.
dancing
That's
to the
right.
song in your head. So.
Pause was really
It's for dramatic.
dramatic. It was a dramatic pause. Well, it should be a dramatic pause after what happened last week. As I recall, what happened last week is having found your way into the midst of an army of undead and having been approached by a fey-like creature that has a helmet on it that has like snakes that are carved into the silver, the tarnished silver of the headpiece. And let's see, someone said something about a harp, I do believe, and in fact made the sound of a harp. And someone else, feeling the opportunistic moment, decided to say, sure, I'm a harpist.
Another question.
Yes.
Since Faye happens to be my favorite enemy, do I get a chance to roll an int check to see if I recall any information about what her species may be? Species, is that the right word?
Species is a good word.
Or fey type?
Ancestry
Or-
is actually probably a more common term.
Oh, there you go. Ancestry. That's a good word.
Yes, that's a good word, actually. Well, that might be really a very good thing for you to do.
Awesome.
And as soon as you have a moment where you can actually take a breath, you may be able to ask that question.
So I've been nonchalant calm the whole time. It says
You
I'm a
have
harpist.
indeed been very nonchalant, having followed him as he was dragged out of the ruins
Exactly.
by the throat by this silver-helmed light creature, followed by their entire army.
Wow.
I believe some of you were actually trying to blend in.
Yeah, there was some of that going on.
Some attempts at subterfuge, yeah.
Ah, good.
For some peculiar reason.
Whatever.
But did anyone get tied up?
No one's been tied up. Not yet.
No.
Anyway.
But some of them were trying to blend in, others were following along as this fey creature, this woman with this tarnished helmet that covers her entire head and face, moved towards a bridge across the deeper parts of this swampy land that is here. And as she did so, from the fog on the other side, there emerged a dark figure with other figures shadowy in the fog behind them. And as I recall, she held you up and said, "Harpist." To which the figure on the other side of the bridge said, "Mine." At this moment, this figure charged across the bridge. The figures behind him began to charge forward as well. They were dragonborn figures that were coming out, emerging out of the fog. More and more of them plunging into the water and trying to stride through the river and across the bridge, while their leader did likewise. In the midst of this onslaught, an unknown magic user cast a spell which caused a brilliant flash of light right over the bridge. That's where you're at. The armies behind you are also charging forward, drawing weapons and engaging the army that is crossing the river. The flash of light, I suppose we should find out what happens with that. All right.
Ooh, the dice are coming out.
All of the dice are coming out.
Oh.
That looks lovely. The flash of light goes off practically in the face of this fey creature. She draws back, but she does not let go of you.
Sure.
What do you do?
I don't suppose her grip is slackened at all.
There's an opportunity here. Maybe you can get out of it.
Okay, well, I will attempt to wrench free as best as I can.
Okay.
So what would you like?
I'm thinking you can choose either strength or dexterity.
Well, I was hoping you would provide me that opportunity because I only have a strength of 9, so we're gonna try and lithely.
Okay, we're going to slip from her grip
Yes.
as opposed to like force her fingers apart.
Precisely. Where's my dexterity going? That's only a 9.
Yes, well, that's very much like your strength. Oh, you try to slip from her grip, but she grabs you tighter. Coming across the bridge is this enormous helmed figure, dark. The edges of this figure actually seem to fray into the fog.
Well, I'm going to proclaim, unhand me, you wench! I'm royalty!
She holds you back and pulls out from her other, with her offhand, actually draws a weapon.
Ooh.
Yes.
Can I take an aimed shot for like her wrist area so that it hopefully doesn't kill him? But
I think initiative at this point is going to be critical because this is going to get ugly.
All right.
That's one way to put it. That's a 20. Oh, sweet.
Initiatives?
23.
23.
I got a 4.
Okay. Oh, that's a peach. You need some new dice.
7.
That's what it is.
18,
17.
Well, hopefully
17. Okay.
That's all right.
So does that mean I have a
You
chance?
will die.
Well, I'm the one person.
I'm going to go ahead.
That's true. That's true. You're gonna live the hard life.
Because I make up rules. I'm
It is your game. You're entitled.
It is
to
my
it.
game, right? I write this down. This will be
Literally
a new
wrote the
rule.
book.
Yeah. What I'm going to let you do is I'm going to let you, rather than take a strict initiative order, anything that's over my initiative, you can determine what order you act in.
Sure.
Okay. Anything under, you can determine. I'll insert action between them. You're high, so go ahead.
I'm going to, I don't know how aimed shot rules work in this, but I'm going to take an aimed shot and try to basically hit the wrist or forearm
Okay.
with the idea that the initial impact will cause her to release.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're
All right. Excellent.
So called shot to her wrist.
Call shot to the wrist. She is pulled back. She's holding you behind her as she is trying to defend herself with offhand using her blade. The blade has a strange glow to it. The figure that is coming across the river is pulling out a morning star. That's a huge weapon, actually.
They are.
You're going to make your aim shot.
Yep.
Okay.
Pull back and
Okay. Roll for it.
16.
16's a miss.
I have advantage against Faye.
Yes, you do, but 16 is still a miss in this case.
Well, advantage I get a roll twice. Does that still apply even though it's
No,
aimed
you
shot?
roll 2d20 to take the
Oh yeah, so you roll 2 and
so
you'll take the highest
roll
level.
that
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
21 on the second one. So yes.
So you'll take the 21 then?
Yes, I'll take the 21 hit.
Okay, the second does hit.
Okay.
Does connect with her. Whew. She is tough. In fact, the arrow does penetrate through it. It's not through and through, but it does penetrate through. But she is still holding on to you. What do you do?
Kicks.
How far away are we from this game?
What's that? What?
Oh, Kiss just said Dex as a comment.
Yes.
How far away are we from her?
You're about 20 feet.
I'm just going to close and grab his feet.
It's just from the start.
Just try to tug. Yeah, get dislocated shoulder, not a problem. Okay. You run up.
It's just his neck, right?
Yeah, it's only, that's true. Yeah, this is going to not be pretty. Okay, go ahead.
Athletics?
Yes.
I hit with the other hand.
Oh, wow.
No effect.
Yeah.
You run forward, you throw yourself around his feet. You are actually kind of flopping around back here as she is holding and defending against this window. What do?
I'm going to use my dexterity because I have my hands are weapons, and I'm going to attempt to karate chop her.
You're going to just slug her.
No, I'm going to just like right on her
Oh
neck.
yeah, you have
right
a
on her neck.
skill thing. Okay, let's see how
Yeah,
that
awesome
goes.
power style.
All right, let's see what happens.
Oh, it's ineffective. That's a 4 plus a 3.
Oh,
But I can an unarmed strike. I also have a +4,
that's wonderful.
but it doesn't matter.
No.
Oh
No, but you do feel an icy chill running back down your arm from the impact. The two armies close at this point. The combat rages all around you, primarily on the bridge and forcing into the bridge. In fact, it's getting pretty crowded in here. The combat is so intense, in fact, that some of the blows, the swings from the blows, are connecting with you unintentionally.
It happens.
It's tight in here, and there's a lot of combat that is going on, especially for those of you who are on your feet or flailing around behind the Fae, or karate chopping something that just sent nerve damage down your arm.
Yeah. We are not very good at combat, apparently.
Oh, first one.
But
Great. D20s are fine, but a bone warrior, in fact, that is near you here as you are pulled back across the ground. His blade, as he's pulling it up, connects and slices for 2 points of damage for you. What's your armor class? Not that's going to matter too much with this roll. Yeah. No, he connects for you. 2 points of damage on you. You are also back here in the crowd.
Well, I was off to the side, but yeah. Crowd-ish.
Well, crowd-ish. Everywhere is crowd
Yeah,
right
everywhere's
now
crowd,
because
yeah,
both
that's
armies
true.
are engaging at the same time here. A ghoul-like creature, in fact, swings his claw and at the foe that is directly in front of him, as Dragonborn that is in front of him, and ooh, 6 points of damage right across you.
Whoa.
There's only so long you can be choked by this
Sure.
creature before damage starts to take place. Oh. She loses her grip.
Oh, fantastic.
And
pulls
you,
you free.
and you, way to go. Yeah, nicely done. You both fall to the ground behind her, at her feet. You are both on the bridge, barely on the bridge, but you are on the bridge. There is swamp and water on either side of the bridge, and there are more creatures coming across the bridge and engaging in this combat.
Quick, let us beat a hasty retreat. Over the side of the bridge.
Into the Dragonborn?
Well, they're coming up the bridge, right?
They're coming over the bridge primarily here,
Yeah.
yes.
But I got somewhere in the water pit.
Well, yeah, it's over the side of the bridge.
Okay,
Right.
over the side. It is, in fact, your turn. Over the side of the bridge.
Well, I'm not going to go yet.
Are you
I want to make
waiting
sure.
for
I want to
a-
make sure that others make it first.
Okay. I was gonna, a
Okay.
management position, perhaps. Yes. Okay.
Well,
Sorry.
Why don't you
another
see
line.
if you can make the Fey lady go first?
I wouldn't even know how to begin doing that.
I'm sure that engaging her in a quick parley here in the midst of this combat will be.
Can you
I was thinking more.
Can I push her probably?
You are actually prone behind her on the bridge, having fallen down, and you having held on to his legs are also fallen prone behind her here on the bridge. You can see all around you the skeletal legs, creature legs, monstrous legs, and the battle and din is taking place all above you.
Okay.
So you and I are about the only two people that can talk to each other.
I want to grab.
It's
I don't
pretty
know where
loud
anybody
here.
is, but anybody like that I can see that's around me, I'm gonna grab them. We're gonna go over to where they fell behind the person, and I'm gonna cast fog cloud, and then we can
Sure.
retreat.
Okay. He is probably closest to you. He's been badly wounded, actually, in this, I think. I don't know exactly what your state is right now, but I'm thinking it can't be good.
That was more than half my hit points.
Wow.
Yes, that would be
I
about
can still
right.
walk. It's not far. I mean,
Yeah.
everything's a swamp area. It's my favorite terrain here because it's swampy. That counts, and so I can move quickly enough.
Yes. But this is a really painful wound that you've
Yes,
got.
it is.
Okay?
This is why.
And you are back here as well. You are actually up where this nice lady is with these two people at your feet because you're. Okay, so what are you doing?
So then I grabbed him. We're gonna go to where these three are, cast fog cloud, and then we can make our retreat.
Okay,
That's the plan.
that's a pretty good plan. I'd like to roll on that one and see how
Okay.
the spell does.
Fog cloud 243. Okay. You create a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on point within range. So where we are, the sphere spreads around corners and its area is heavily obscured. It lasts for the duration or until a wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles per hour, disperses it. So range 120 feet. It's just an action concentration up to an hour. I don't think there's a roll.
Okay, well, here's on my part. We're fine.
Okay. Well, that's
You close
I
with the
used
back of the
the
thing.
blank fortune cookie mojo to make
Oh
it
wow,
better.
that's great. What does your
That's
fortune
it.
cookie say, by the way? Well, by the way, if you want to use your fortune cookie, let me know.
Well, I'm
Okay.
trying to use mine, and I wrote it down. You want to know what mine is?
If you want to use it, or you can hang on to it, and you can use it later.
Well, I mean, it only applies right now.
Oh well, then right now then.
The harvest that runs away lives to harp another day. That's what I wrote.
This actually will give you a bonus here.
So let's get out of here. Over the side of the bridge.
You leading him away from this horrible wound that he has. You lead him. You rush through the monstrous crowd, engaged in combat that is so concentrating on the foe in front of it that completely misses your move.
Whoa.
That's how you do it.
There you go.
Yeah, that's how you do it. You have the DM roll ones. 'cause
It
Always
was the
the way to
fortune
go.
cookie. See, I called it.
the spell goes off. The area is foggy already, but this particular fog has completely obscured the vision in this area. Some of the creatures here don't necessarily depend upon vision, but this particular fog is confusing even for them. You begin, the clash of combat continues, but the sound is a little different now. It's as though the blows were landing inaccurately and unaimed. And as we've said before, there is absolutely no wind. not a breath in this place.
All right.
You can feel the edge of the bridge. Does this fog go with you, or is it
It
located?
stays. It stays.
Stays here.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we know how high the bridge is?
We have no idea, but it's either go over the bridge and suffer the fall damage, or get cut to ribbons here.
Well, hopefully it's not more than
What would you
20
prefer?
feet because that would hurt really bad anyway.
I don't like water and I don't swim.
Well, then stay and get cut to ribbons. Then the choice is yours.
Water's icky.
It may be, but all right. So whose turn is it?
Is there
Who's up?
do we see any other retreat other than just?
Well, now your vision is actually obscured. I think you only get like
I
3 or
ran
4
right,
feet.
right to you guys.
Right,
so,
right. So we're all in the fog. You only get a few feet of vision from the fog. So
Ideally,
that's
Fall
really
off the bridge.
that's really the question that needs to be asked by everybody: is what can you guys see?
I'd say the dark, so I can get several feet at least.
No, not through the fog. You can't see it through
No,
the
no, but
skirt.
I'm still saying I still,
Yeah.
you know, like a foot. 'Cause it's
So-
still dark inside of here.
I
So-
will
so
need an
you need your
initiative
foot.
roll. Combat is still taking place all around you. Not terribly effective.
18.
Okay, so who's up next?
What do we got?
13.
18?
Oh, 9.
10?
13.
9.
9? You feel the air as something brushes very close past your ear. You can hear the sound of it moving, whistling past.
Nice dodge.
Water's not so bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go.
You also hear something coming in your direction, but you do manage to move aside at the last moment and are just nicked for 1 point of damage. The sound of the combat is muffled in this thick fog. What do?
I'm going to cast the sound of the harp blaring in the sword.
A blaring harp is an interesting concept. I must
Blaring.
No, you
Oh.
actually get over the bridge.
I can walk and cast. I get a movement action. So
All
I'm
right.
going to cast that and then walk in the direction that I saw the bridge last and hope.
Well, actually, she's pulled you in that direction, so you're there now.
Well, that too. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm in the crossing.
Okay.
So how I
Where are you
visualize
putting
it-
this sound?
About the entrance where we came in,
Okay.
kind of through that open
Well-
door before we came
Well,
in.
we're in the open on bridge. There's no
Yes,
entrance.
but we had to approach the bridge.
Do we want to go back out that way? Maybe we should.
Well, no, there's an entire argument between us and that.
The sound of a harp resounds through the fog, muffled somewhat by the fog.
Sure.
Heavy metal harp.
And then,
And then I walk to try and cross the bridge.
are you trying to get down the bridge or go over the edge? We're trying to go over the edge to get off the bridge because it's choked with these
Then I'll jump.
combatants.
Okay. You jump.
Hopefully, I hear a splash
Me too.
or a sploosh.
You do hear a splash.
Okay, all right. Who's up next?
Yes. And you don't even have to count very high before you hear it.
Mississippi.
No.
I yelled down, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alive.
There is not going to be much chance for this. What do?
I'm going off the edge of the bridge.
The sound of the harp resounds and behind through the fog.
So that's 2 splashes.
A terrible cry rises all around you at the sound. And you
Yeah, I
feel
was
more than
expecting
see
so.
the movement of every other creature around you stampeding in the direction of the sound.
Oh.
Well, that's not good. They're going to stampede over us.
Yeah,
We're in the middle of the bridge.
Maybe that's not good.
It's going to, yes. What do?
Jump to harp another day, right?
You jump?
Okay, jump.
So I've heard 4 splashes at this point, right?
Yes,
And the
that's
ghost
just
flashes
like
are-
you to wait for everybody else.
Well,
to go
I'm just
in.
making sure I am waiting for everybody else. to
So
go.
last time
and then
you
I go
did
over.
That's true.
And then I go over.
Splat.
All right.
Maybe we can just take cover under the bridge in the fog.
Maybe.
Like the trolls.
There until
Okay, so
everybody
controls.
until everybody rolls by. I don't know.
What are you wearing?
Huh?
What are you wearing?
What am I wearing?
Yeah.
Clothes? I got a BattleTech shirt. Some,
Oh, no. I mean your character. What is your character? What kind of armor is your character wearing?
yes,
How encumbered
armor,
are you?
light armor, medium armor. Oh no, that's one capable.
Yeah, that's just a good one. You're not wearing any armor.
No, apparently I'm not wearing much. I've got a cloak, kind of a greenish,
Okay.
you know, quite a bit dirty because I've been
How about
traveling.
you?
I've got leather armor.
Okay.
To match.
What are you wearing for armor? How encumbered are you?
Back my armor, right?
What do you got? Armor on?
I'm apparently not armored.
Okay.
Or I definitely wear clothes.
Okay.
I use natural vibe and dexterity bonus. Yeah, your dexterity
Yeah,
bonus.
yeah, I thought it was
Dex is 3, so you're not able to do it.
Ah.
It is 10, but you probably.
It is probably a good thing that you are not wearing a great deal of armor because it is very deep here. This is, in fact, as you surface, you feel yourself being drawn along in the current.
Which direction is
Does this water qualify as swampy in nature?
That's around you right now? No.
Okay.
Is it cold?
Yes. No. I take that back. It's not. It's cool, but not particularly cold. But it is moving, and it is taking you out of the area of the mystical fog.
So it can't be helped, but it is what it is. All
I
right.
just go with the flow.
Do our best to.
You absolutely go with the flow.
Yeah, swimming for the shore.
As you come out the other side, you can see, as you come out of the thickest of the fog, of the magical fog that was cast, you can see that there is like swampy land on either side of this, but you seem to be in the center of the main flow of the river that is here, or at least to one side of the main flow of the river. On the right bank, flowing down the river, you can see additional ruins, but you can also see figures that are moving through the fog, and the combat is continuing on that side. On the other side of the river, however, there is also a swampy area that is there, and you can see a lot of jungle overgrowth in that area. I'm going to need a perception checks, actually.
18?
18?
That's
Okay.
perception.
I
5.
don't have it anymore.
5, that's, no.
Terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
11.
11 as well.
Oh, that's
Okay.
weird.
I'm enamored with this one because
As you're moving down the river, there are two things that you discern. That on the left-hand side of the river, that the thick overgrowth that is on that side of the river, there are in fact ruins beneath the overgrowth there. You also perceive that there's the sound of rushing water that is getting closer.
Oh dear.
Do I see any movement in the buildings that are there?
There's definitely not
None.
on the other side. Yeah, let's go there.
Just want to go there. Hey, I see some buildings underneath the jungle.
You will need to swim to
there's
get
a
there.
swamp over there. We should go. We can hide in the swamp. I can hide you.
Hurry! I hear it might be a waterfall. I'm not sure. Hurry!
All right, start swimming.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
just kind of, oh.
Well, that sounds kind of athletic, doesn't it?
Yeah, sadly it does.
Yeah, it does. Sadly sound athletic.
Brent says, I hope there's
Sorry,
no
how
ill-tempered mutated sea bass in the water.
They're ill-tempered.
Oh, natural 20 on my swim.
Yes.
Wow.
I would be happy with that.
That's right.
I wasn't paying attention, but I know how to swim.
You absolutely
I was
know how
very
to-
focused on that swim.
on that swimming. It's excellent. In fact, you were swimming so well, you could probably assist somebody else.
I
Like
know
me, he was floundering.
I was gonna say, I just kind of grab him.
I'm
you
really
know,
into swim.
grab him and just kind of half
Okay.
stroke over.
I rolled a dirty one, so my 2 with my -1 becomes a 1.
I have an 8.
Yes,
So
well,
not
it's a
quick
good
failure.
thing. Yeah,
But,
he's kind of submerging under the
Yes.
water every now and then as you drag him along behind you, but you do manage to make it to the shore.
Nice.
A good thing, too. How'd you do?
I have an 8.
Not nearly as good.
After I look out, do I see any more of them also struggling?
Well, she seems to be having trouble. How are you doing?
7.
Worse. How about you?
Well,
You
wait.
got a 10.
I got a 10?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we're the 8 and you had 2.
Athletics.
And then what? You find your athletic skill?
Okay.
Yeah, Miss Billy.
I take my backpack,
I'm sorry.
I should just shut up and
and
take
I
it.
make like a balloon with it. I throw
You
it
make
down
a balloon
and
out of your
make a
backpack.
balloon, hold
That's
on
pretty
to
good.
it.
That's quick thinking, very adventurous. That's right. Now you are successfully floating down the river.
Yay.
Floating.
Floating down the river, not getting out of it.
I got a 16. Can I pull someone?
Yes, you can pull someone. Okay. Well, that's almost all of the party.
So she's still floating though, right? Not coming toward the shore.
She's
kind
no,
of.
she's
She's
the
not
swimming. Not so much.
All
No.
right, I'm gonna go ahead and dive back in there and go get her.
All right, let's go for
Hold
it.
on, before you roll that, between coughs
Come on, it's music,
and
stop.
choking up water, I'm going to inspire you that you're the best swimmer I've ever seen. So you'll get a plus D6 for that.
Well, I want to hear it in rhyme.
The coughing broke it up, right? You're amazing.
Yeah, that's good. That's as good a rhyme as you're going to get.
I'll have a plus D6.
Oh yes. $17.
Nice. You are apparently the Baywatch. Impressive. Well, everyone has been retrieved out of the
I'm
water.
useful.
You are so useful. This was really getting sad. Yeah.
I may have been oblivious on my perception. That's because I was focused on not letting them die in the water.
Okay.
So, all this combat has been going on everywhere across the river.
Yes.
Did we actually ever see any casualties?
On reflection, as you think about the combat, as replaying it in your head, and from your experience, the blows were struck, damage seemed to be taken. Some of it horrific, but nobody seems to fall. Or if they do fall, they do get back up.
Sure.
Well, they're in there.
There, yeah.
You can still hear the sound of the combat on the other side of the river. But here it's quiet.
Well, that was harrowing indeed. What do you say we make our way back in?
But hold on.
Yeah, sure.
I need to
Give me a
dry
couple
my
minutes.
shoes. I use Preston.
gotta go find the harp.
I think
What
we
if the harp's
might.
in the room? There's no back.
Perhaps let's search for it here.
Here, I'm confident it's not here. The indications of the harp were on the interior of that building.
Maybe we'll find them here. Maybe they're all over.
Perhaps we will. I'm not saying we won't. I'm just.
Let's at least search before we head.
Of course. We have nothing to lose. Huh?
You said this is a swampy-like area?
You
is
have
that
come
the other
out
side?
through a swampy-like area, but there's dry ground, firm ground beyond it, where the overgrowth is located.
Okay. So, for all intents and purposes, does it qualify as a swamp terrain or a jungle or some other terrain?
Jungle terrain.
'Cause that's important to how we play this.
Jungle
This
terrain
terrain
as you
is
come at.
swamp.
There is a swamp transitioning into jungle terrain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and so we're going to go investigate, explore these this nearest collection of buildings?
I'd like to do a survival check while we're in the swampy area for berries or something that will sustain us. And I get advantage on my survival check. Actually, maybe not, but I do get a bonus to it. Oh, I get proficiency, to double my proficiency bonus.
There are some.
Okay.
Yeah, not as much as one would expect, but there are some.
That's good enough, right?
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll to see how much?
Good enough for you, but yes.
Yeah.
All right. So this collection of buildings, then, does this look ripe with possibility?
The buildings themselves are almost completely obscured and overgrown by jungle growth.
Wow.
Only
That's a good
pieces
place
of
to
line and architecture can be seen
Okay.
through the
So,
overgrowth.
My companions want to go explore these
Well,
buildings.
no one searched it for a long time.
Agree? No,
Well,
I
what
agree.
clues
I
did
agree.
we have other than paintings on the walls? Did we have any other clues or
The
information?
totality of our indications.
Let's see.
So I've only got a dagger, so I'm gonna have trouble getting through all the overgrowth. Is it-
Sure.
I've got a hand axe.
Isn't that helpful?
It is.
What do you wish to do?
Let's find a door or an entrance
The
and
arena where we were.
Clear it away.
Probably.
see how
Perception? I think that's going to be a perception.
the perception,
Yeah.
very poor perception. And the trend continues.
And the trend continues. Cannot seem to find anything here that looks like it might be a door.
How far off can we even see the arena building, or is there too much
It
obscurity?
is still foggy here, the
It is,
same
okay.
fog that
That's fine.
envelops everything here.
All right. Well,
I wanna help look for a door.
Okay, you're looking for a door, perception check, you're trying to find something.
13?
if at the very least we could use one of these structures to rest in.
I agree. We could use the consumer for fire. Cook some.
I've exhausted my complement of spells. Curing his.
Find an entrance.
Yes, of course. We can scour in the exterior of the building for an entrance. That'll be a 9.
She's doing a lot better than
I'll start looking around.
I see not an entrance. This
I got a 16.
these ruins are in too much of a dilapidated and overgrown state. I do not see this property in this
You
much.
do, in fact, find through the overgrowth here, there is a way, in fact, that it looks like there are steps here that are leading up in toward a building.
I'll use my sword and kind of chop away at them. Hey guys, I think I found something. And then I'll just keep.
Okay, you're gonna.
navigate through there.
You do, in fact, manage to hack through some of the overgrowth, and you find that there are a wide set of steps here that lead up to a building that, now that you look at it, appears to be quite large.
Okay.
And there are columns set at the top of the steps to that are supporting a roof above it.
Does it look safe enough to step on?
Yes.
Alright.
In
Go
fact,
ahead.
it's really good, solid construct here.
Alright, I'll go up the stairs.
There are vines and growth that are across the face of the wall at the back of behind the pillars.
Okay. I'll cut it and clear it away.
So should we make him in this structure, or?
I think it might be a good idea. As you cut away the vine growth here, you reveal a pair of double doors. They look to be stained brass.
Brass. Interesting.
And on each of the doors are 2 large harps set in the...
I am absolutely shocked. I don't believe this. Very well then.
Are any of the markings, do they appear fey in nature or infernal in nature or
There is, as you look at the inlay around the harps, there are clouds as part of the motif around the harps.
So this building's in much better condition than most that we've seen.
Is there airships? I was
It
so
actually
close.
looks complete as opposed to the ruins that you've seen elsewhere.
Character.
And
Yeah.
And
Okay,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
undisturbed.
Open the door, thief.
That's,
All right, I'm gonna use
No,
my thief
I
tools
just
to
step
open the
aside
door.
and motion for her.
All right, I'm gonna use my thief tools to open the door.
All right, let's see how that works.
All right.
Can you the cheese? And,
19.
can you tell the cheese and open doors?
You have a proficient.
can I tell? Oh, it's not a skill check.
You do, in fact, feel the mechanism of the door give way.
All right, I look around and ask
The
you guys.
mechanism that is locking the doors gives way.
So you guys want to go in?
Yeah, let's go.
Indubitably.
The doors don't want to move.
They don't want to
They're
move.
stuck.
Do we have strong people here?
No.
I kind of look around. Are you able to open this?
Yeah, I can.
You're a strong fella.
I'll push on the door.
You're going to push on the door.
Or is it a handle you pull?
There's a handle, actually.
Then I
You
will
can
pull.
push really hard. Push very, very hard.
He is not strong enough to push those doors open.
No, nobody is.
Strong, not too great.
Okay, let's see. how-
We'll pull the door open, or at least attempt it. 16.
No,
No? Whoa.
no, not, it's not, doesn't even budge.
Is there enough room that we can help him?
It's a pretty big door.
And most of us are pretty weak.
Let's help him, guys.
Yes.
How?
So it didn't budge at all?
Oh.
Well,
I look around to see if there is a sturdy object similar to a branch that we could use, kind of like a lever.
I'm going to pull out my rope so that
There you
the
go.
rope can run through. So two people can pull on the rope behind.
Okay.
Just pulling on the rope.
All right.
So we get 3 people on it.
3 people
And
on
I'm not one of
it.
those 3. But I'll be back
Oh,
there.
son,
I
you'll
will.
back.
I'll be
any
back
3
there
people.
cheerleading,
I see.
chanting. We are brave and we are full of brawn. We will succeed. One of you gets a plus D6 to his.
Go ahead and give it to the strong guy.
Okay, strong guy.
Do I roll again, or am I?
Yes, I'll give you
Our
some.
very survival
I'll give you some
rides
bangies
upon
so
the
that everybody
opening of
else
this
is trying
transom.
on this at the same time.
I rolled a double 1. So
Wow.
This door.
Wow, this door does not want to move.
16,
All right.
17. I got 17.
Okay.
17?
9.
You try the other door. It can't move.
Dragonite is speak pretty good knitter.
Is there any space around the door, like where we could fit something in, or
There is now. You did manage to move the other door just a little bit.
Listen,
Should we transfer to the other door then?
I think you should try the other door.
Let us try the other door.
I agree.
Okay, the rope is transferred to the other door. You're going to get benefits on this door. Oh, here, stand aside. I'll get this.
maybe I should have someone else try this. Good. 23.
Oh, that's much better.
You do manage to pull the door open. It is a difficult and arduous thing because these doors have been locked for a long, long time. But you do manage to pull it open far enough so that you can pass into the interior of the building.
Fantastic.
What's it smell like in there?
Musty, stale.
That's good.
can we see anything?
Dave just
Yes.
says try knocking.
Try knocking, yeah. That one. Let me try the ring bell. So, yes, you can. Are you looking inside?
I'm looking inside.
Yeah, I'll follow in after her.
I'm just looking.
There's a hallway that has figures on either side of it that stand on either side of it. Many figures that stand on either side of this hallway that leads to a huge rotunda. The ceiling, the domed ceiling of this rotunda has broken in places. It may once have been fitted with crystal panes, but although most of the paints have been overgrown and are obscure, there are places where they've broken, and the lattice work has been broken as well. And so there is dim light that is flowing down from the dome above.
And I will say somewhat quietly, don't touch anything. And then I'll look at him. Don't touch anything.
Why are you looking at me?
Underneath the dome, sitting in what appears to be the center of the rotunda ahead of you, there's a stone, carved stone railing that runs around this an open center in the rotunda, and in the middle of that open center there is a boat.
I'm sorry, there's what?
Boat.
A ship.
A ship,
The
okay.
boat.
Yes. It
But
looks
small.
to be.
Big small.
It looks to be about 3 feet long.
It's a small boat.
But it's beautiful and intricate in its detail.
What
Oh,
kind
it's a
of boat?
model.
Can I roll a knowledge history and see if I've ever read anything about a 3-foot elaborate room?
Well, you don't know anything about 3-foot boats, but you do recognize this as an aeroship,
Oh, really?
a flying boat.
At least a model, correct?
Well, it is 3 feet long.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all right.
That's a good place for us to stop. I know.
It's the worst part of every game.
It's time to
Is the
stop.
ending.
Well, yes, and I am sorry, but we're like 12 minutes over. It just got to be that way.
And we're grateful for that.
Yes.
Well, how was that?
That was
Laura?
really highly entertaining.
Oh, Laura,
Yeah,
okay.
right.
I want to see if there's a model harp in your boat. We can take that back and give it to Lady. Here's the
Found
harp.
it!
Well, this is what I'm thinking. The harp on the door had the clouds, right? And then we found the ship, and I had the stuff to run a ship. So we need to figure out. I'm
How to
so
make it
planning.
not
I'm
3
so
feet.
planning.
And
Well,
then
we
you've got-
might be able to take one person.
And then you've got your master harpist right here, ready to rock.
Apparently,
I'll leave you
yeah,
to
you
cover.
seem to lay claim to that. Anyway, yeah. Well, thanks everybody. That was a good game tonight. And pretty much about the only game I get to play this week. So,
I'm turning it around.
oh no, I was turning it around. You could have warned me, and then.
Oh, yeah, I could have, but
Yeah.
there.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's all for this evening then. That's overall too soon. Thank you everybody for coming. Thank you all of you,
Thank you.
out in streaming land for joining us for our stream tonight.
Well, and Lord Brent Wellborn says, steal the ship, conquer Avarax.
Steal the ship, conquer Avarax, 3
This is
feet
why
at a
he's
time.
like,
Yes, 3 feet at a time. Well, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
We'll see everybody again next week. Yes, I guess next week is that our last for the year?
Last for the year, yeah.
Last for the
Oh,
year.
that's
That
sad.
sounds like a
Gee,
long
I hope it
time.
works out for you guys.
We've seen worse than a 3-foot ship at this point.
Yeah,
That's true.
nothing. We got
Statues come
this.
to life and kill us.
We got this. We got it. Okay, so anyway, thank you everybody. Oh yeah, what are we supposed to do? Click like, subscribe.
Click
whatever-
like,
I
subscribe.
guess, whatever that
Yeah.
is. And wherever you are out there, please everybody be safe, be careful. It is the holidays, you know. What does Clark's wife say?
Everybody's miserable.
Well, we said everybody's
Holidays.
miserable. It's the holidays out. Everybody's miserable. That's right.
What?
And she says, she also, when she's in the car, she says, "Stop it, Clark. I don't want to spend the holidays
dead. Yes.
Yeah. So everybody be careful out
Yeah,
there.
please be safe.
Have a safe December and safe holiday. And we'll see everybody next week.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Bye. Good
figure out
night.
what you're gonna do then. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Try not to drag the 3-foot ship.